All right. Welcome back to the Love and Victory Show with Val. I'm your brother, Carter over here, host the show today. We finna do the introduction, of the people. And I want everybody to introduce themselves in their own unique and special way. And so today we're going to start the introduction off with our left hand over here. Brother Doc, come up to the mic and introduce yourself in your own unique and special way.
Well, I am Doc Amy, one of the top motivational speakers in the world.
Come on now.
I've been through a whole lot in my life, and God has turned my life around. I was saved in a hog barn, cleaning up hog mess as a job. And I just use my life as a testament right now that you can do anything you put your mind to. So I'm just, I'm showing people to believe again.
Yeah. Okay. You show people how to believe again. As you believed in you start encouraging others to believe in themselves.
Yeah, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah. And he gave his modest introduction right there today, because Doc is a fired up individual.
Yeah, because I know sometimes once you get it going, it's hard to cut it off.
I know that once that engine going,
Yeah, so I just wanted to be cordial, man.
Yeah, all right, we appreciate it for the sake of the show.
Yes.
For the sake of the show.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Mine coming Tuesday. I'm ready to do the food, baby. Hey, y'all better show up Tuesday. I'm gonna do the food.
All right. Come on, it's time.
Pastor, introduce yourself in your own unique and special way. So.
I'm Pastor Walter. Honored to be here with you guys. Pastor Walter, pastor of the Miracle Church, the church where miracles do happen. I thank God for every opportunity to reach His people from what He have delivered me from. And my assignment is I teach people how to bring miracles in their life by following through faith and following the principles of God.
Mm-hmm.
Have seen people get healed, people life change, and seeing God do miracles. And I teach people the principles, and it's working for me because I am a miracle.
Yeah.
And I thank God for that. I'm very humble for where God has brought me. I got great success in my own way, and I just give it all to the God. I thank God for my church family, my wife, and all the wonderful connection I had to keep pushing me even when I wanted to quit.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God all the time for you guys. And I don't want to talk about your story, because every time I look at you guys, bring tears to my eyes.
All right.
I'm really
grateful. I want you crying on the show today this morning.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Yeah, we're so grateful to have you on the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
And JB, in your own unique and special way, introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Justin B. Long, and I am the host of the biggest equine podcast in the world. It's called the Straight from the Horse Doctor's Mouth, that I do with my wife. I'm an author of 8 books, working on 9. And I am a grateful recovering alcoholic. I am doing my best to show the world around me how you can change and how important it is to develop self-awareness and become the best version of who you are and grow into your capacity as a human being. So, and I'm not at the end of that journey. I'm still in the middle of it, but I'm grateful to be here today.
Yeah.
All right. God bless you. We're so elated to have you on the show today, man. Thank you. Thank God for you, Justin B. Long. You've been with us for a long time.
2 years.
And man, you've been showing up and showing out every first Saturday.
He's just so faithful. You know, when God
been doing this a long time,
for 2
man.
years.
Yeah.
God has sent a brother. We always talk about our biological family.
Mm-hmm.
There is something about a family member that God puts in your life. And JB is truly our brother from another mother, and we do not take it lightly. I thank you, God, for you. Thank you for answering the call when God said, I need you to go support your family in Texas. So thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you Much love, my
Much
brother.
love.
Much love. How you do that
Real
little thing here?
Real say we
And
love.
all right back at you too.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna come and do
It sounds
the acronym.
Mhm. I'm sorry, you got your show.
Honey.
This ain't
I'm
my
here,
show.
honey. I'm here, honey. You can relax today and sip some tea and just jump in and just look pretty like you are.
Thank you, darling. Okay, I'm gonna relax.
Yeah,
He doing so smooth, dog. He doing so smooth.
Hey,
You
hey,
just
you
sit
see how
there
she
and
looked
look
at him?
so
No, she
good.
said, "Okay, honey, I'm gonna relax."
And then he just rubbing it in. He don't stop. He don't stop.
But
Hey,
today,
he soaked
today,
it in too. You see it?
yeah,
Okay,
today is
okay.
Real Father, Real Man show today, and we're talking about owning your own crap as men. And so the acronym for today, Abigail, is going to bring it.
Yes. So the acronym of the day is to kind of set the tone of the conversation and give us something to go off of. So, of course, like Brother Carter said, we're talking about real fathers, real men, owning your crap. And today's word is accept. A is for authentic, genuine, and true to oneself.
Mm-hmm.
C is for complacent, self-satisfied, and content with one's current situation,
Come on
often leading to laziness or lack of ambition.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes,
Go back.
there
You gotta
you
say
go.
that one again.
Come on.
Complacent, or C is for complacent, self-satisfied, and
Mhm.
content with one's current situation,
Mhm.
often leading to laziness or lack of ambition.
Come on now.
All right.
C is for C is for critical, inclined to find fault and express disapproval. E is for exemplary, setting a great example or
Mhm.
serving as a model for others.
And that's what we are on this show, exemplary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
P is for perseverance, determination to do something despite delays.
Mhm.
Ooh, come on now.
T is for transient, lasting only for a short time, impermanent.
All right.
So the word is accept, and that is what y'all have to go off of.
All right. Today's acronym is accept.
Accept.
And so when you hear the word accept on owning your own crap, Pastor, what do you hear? What do you visualize when you hear accept your own crap?
Accept that you can make some mistakes.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right. You can accept the fact
Yeah,
you can make mistakes.
mistake.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. You can make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible said when the prodigal son came to himself,
Mm-hmm.
he returned back to the father.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to accept that you can make some mistakes
Yeah.
and own up to it and move on.
Right. And so when you own your own crap, I hear you saying like the prodigal son did, he accepted. He didn't have to stay in there and eat with the swine. So,
No,
so in fact, you just want to tell people that, you don't have to stay in the pig pen.
You don't have to stay there.
Yeah.
You did it. You made the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Return. Remember what we were talking about earlier, thinking about where we came from.
Uh-huh.
And he came back to himself and he reminisced how good he had it at his father.
Right.
And he said, I'm going to go back. I sin against heaven and I sin against my father.
Even if I have to return as a servant.
Yeah. And look the way he came back.
Mm-hmm.
He was smelly. He was dirty.
Right.
And he lost everything. He didn't look like the way he left.
Right.
He came back totally different.
Right.
But he was received with love.
That's the key of it.
So just come on home, son.
That's it.
Yeah.
Come
Just
on
the way
home,
you
daughter.
are.
Just the way
Just
you
the
are.
way you are.
Just the way you are.
Well, you had almost a shout moment there. You like to jump out of the seat.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
keep it going.
Look, that is the key of it is the love of God. Just loved him, smelly, stinky,
just the way you are.
Just the way he was.
Right.
And that's what I love about God.
Man, Justin, look, how you feeling out there, Justin B. Long?
Yeah, I'm inspired by that because when you are at your absolute worst is when you need people to love you the most.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, right.
When I'm on fire and everything is happening in my life, I don't rely on the support of people around me like I do when I have crashed and burned.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to keep that in mind when other people are crashing and burning and looking to me for help and not just kick them to the curb, which is the natural inclination, because it's hard to reach out and help somebody else,
Right.
It's an inconvenience, but if we want someone to be there for us, we need to be there for other people.
Come on,
and
now,
if you don't
man,
mind if I jump in on that
ahead.
part right there, because here's the thing: we always want someone to give us grace, but we look at the other person and say, "What did they do wrong?"
Mm-hmm.
So we need to show them that same love and that same compassion that we want, because we all are going to go across and do something. We're going to mess up.
At some point.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. Thank you, Justin. And Doc, how you feeling over there, sir?
Oh, I'm
When
blessed.
You good? You good?
Blessed.
And when you hear the word accept and owning your own crap, what does that tell you? If you would step up.
So when I hear accept and own your own crap,
Yeah.
I truly believe that the Bible say he give us new mercies every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Why do he give us new mercies every morning? Because we not perfect. We
Right.
gonna mess up. We gonna have our mess, but it is until we actually own up to realize, hey, this is where I went wrong at.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to change this from going forward, not in the same state that I'm in right now?
Mhm.
And the first thing is acceptance. You got to accept what you did wrong,
Mhm.
responsibility of it, and realize that God is going to give you grace every morning.
Mhm.
I'm giving you new mercies, but you got to be willing to accept it.
Mhm.
You can't just sit in it and just, oh, me, woe, me. No, I messed up, man.
Messed up.
Just like, hey, they called David a man after God's own heart. Why?
Mhm.
Because every single time he went in and repented because he knew what he did and he accepted his wrong.
There you go. That's good. That's real.
Now, Justin, you've been in 12-step program or something like that before, correct? If
That's right.
I'm not mistaken. And isn't that like one of the first steps is accepting?
Yeah.
Well, they say that acceptance is the answer to all of my problems.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
there's a lot of truth in that statement. But most of the stress in my life comes from me and my inability to accept what's happening or the way that other people are, the way that other people are treating me.
Mhm.
And when I do focus in on accepting what is happening and stop trying to change things that I can't change, my life gets a whole lot easier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owning your crap.
Wow.
You know, you have to own you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we want to brush past it or we're shame, or woe is me. I don't want
Mhm.
people to judge me. No, it's not about them. It's about you.
Yeah.
Own your stuff.
Because
Wow.
here's the thing, right? So many people living under the view of what other people may look
Exactly.
at them. When you got to realize, once you get from under what's called fear of criticism and what other people gonna say and what other people gonna think,
Mm.
and you're able to actually accept everything that you've
You
done,
did.
and you can move on,
Mhm.
because a lot of people stuck where they at because
Mhm.
of what other people think
Well,
about them.
Mhm.
they're worried. They're in. They've
Well.
allowed other people to keep them in prison when they
Mhm.
should never have been there in
Right.
prison because they're ashamed. They're walking in
And that's
fear
what I'm
and
gonna
shame.
say, the shame
Yeah,
part
the
there.
shame.
So tell your own story.
Yeah.
So the other people won't have
Yeah, and I'm gonna yell mine from the rooftop. I don't
There you
give nothing to stay on
Your
my
own
feet.
story.
I done told on
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
And you didn't ask your own self that. So when you heard
Yeah,
that, what did you
sir.
What do you think?
well, I think I was sitting up here contemplating that Serenity Prayer, and I can't remember.
Help me to change the things,
That I can
accept
change
the
and
things that I
accept it.
cannot change.
Yeah.
Change.
See that y'all struggling too.
Yeah, it's been so long since we
It was a long time ago, but
but we had to use it. We had to use it.
So in other words, that Serenity Prayer comes to mind.
Yeah, it come to mind. Give me this serenity to accept the things
that
I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, in other words, look, you have to get to a place owning your own crap. You have to accept it. I like the acronym that Abigail came up with because it's perfect with owning up your own shiggity.
Yeah.
I can call it
We
shiggity.
We're gonna just keep calling it track.
So in order to do that, you do have to accept that
you messed up.
you may have messed up,
And I made you messed up.
We had a conversation this morning and on the way here to the studio, and I reacted to my wife in a matter that offended her. And so her being offended, it took me a minute before I can accept the fact that I offended her. But once I did, I said, you know what? I apologize. Because that did affect you, and again, I apologize.
Well, it was only
acting
that he reacted to something that he didn't have a full understanding of what I was saying, and most of the time, that's a breakdown of communication.
It's not just that. Even though I didn't understand everything, I still didn't have to react
There
in
you
the
go.
matter in which I did.
Yeah.
And so-
Come on,
And-
bro.
and for
you know
that,
what?
you have to accept the fact that
Yeah.
you don't have to react even when you
Everything.
don't understand something
Come
that's
on
going
now.
on.
Come on now. Look at that's a man.
Hey, now, how long y'all been married?
We
50 years, man.
and you still
50
going
years.
you're gonna have
Hey,
disagreements, but you
But this
still
is what wisdom looks like when
Yeah.
you're able to say, hey, you know what? I cannot say how somebody takes something that I give to them, right?
Mhm.
They're the only judge of that.
Mhm.
But I got to be willing to say, okay, this is how you say this made you feel.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize about
Yeah.
that. And
Yes.
it take grown folks
Right,
to be able
right.
to do that.
Yeah.
Even though you feel like you really didn't say something offensive, you may
Yeah.
not feel you
Because
said
guess
anything
what?
offense,
We're not emotional creatures.
but it
So when we
was
say certain-
offensive.
Yeah.
And then when you accept that fact, then you apologize about
Oh, I
it.
had my home.
That's
Come on,
owning
Abigail.
that's owning your own
Come on,
credit.
Abigail.
Something that I bring up a lot on our shows is the idea of like impact versus intent.
There you go.
Mhm.
And part of accepting and owning your crap is understanding that you may not have intended to hurt somebody, or you may not have intended to make a mistake or do something wrong, but you
Mhm.
did,
Mhm.
and you have
Yeah.
to handle the impact of it.
Mhm.
There you
But
go.
Wow.
kind of sums up what you guys were talking
Yeah.
about.
Yes,
Now that's good.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly. So are you gonna ask me when the same question? Because
You want to jump in? Huh?
oh, it's a men's show. I don't have
Yeah.
nothing to say yet. Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
doing well. I don't have nothing
But-
to say.
You know, because
In the
women
mid-
need to own their own crap too.
Oh, yeah.
You
Hey,
know?
hey, man, I saw a
But-
meme the other day,
Yeah.
right? I saw a meme
Okay,
the other
wait. This is my show. This ain't Doc's show. They can get you next week. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, I love Doc. Doc, this is not your show.
Oh, look. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
So how do women? What does this look like for women to accept their
Owning their own
owning
crap.
their own crap?
Well, I think a lot of times, because we are emotional beings, a
Mhm.
lot of times it's hard for us to get out of our emotions
Right.
and really look at what is really going on. The
Mhm.
true just get out of the emotions. Sometimes we get so
Mhm.
wrapped up in our emotions and how
Mhm.
we feel, we don't even see the real situation.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think we have to accept the fact that we don't always have to bring all those emotions to the
Well,
table.
that's
For me,
kind of difficult
no,
for a
I'm
lot
a
of
woman.
women.
No,
You
we're not-
reckon?
I'm a woman.
You're a woman.
So I'm saying for me,
Mm-hmm.
I need to come sometime to the table with a little less, tone them emotions down just a little bit so that I
Okay.
can hear what I need to hear so that we can have a conversation to
Mm-hmm.
process and get through. So
All right. All right.
Men need to do that same thing.
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you said, what
What
you say,
you say,
JP?
I said men need to do that same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might come to the table with anger, but we still can't hear.
Yes.
That's
There
good.
you go.
One thing I would say, I like what you said, that you went back and you thought about how she felt. One scripture I like to bring to mind to help me is, blessed is the peacemaker.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So when things rise up like that, I
Mhm.
think about that. I try to share people. It's a blessing if I go back and say, you know what, let me make the peace with the
There you
situation.
go.
Mm-hmm.
There you
It don't matter if I'm right or wrong. I want to stay right with God.
Right. Right.
Because if I become the blessing from that, being a peacemaker, I get his favor and his protection.
There you
Mhm.
go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back and say, you know what,
Right.
I did that wrong. I'm sorry.
Right.
But I
Right.
just did what the scripture said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I became a peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get peace blessing, you get the favor and the protection of God.
Right. And see, the one thing that that we do, I believe, as men, it's hard for us to admit wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so accept. Here we go again. Accept sometimes that we are wrong in our deliverance,
Mhm.
in our action, and our tone.
Yeah.
We have to be conscious of those things and how that may affect others outside of ourselves. We kind of selfish.
Yeah.
Do you think that has to do with the ego, that you don't want to admit wrong?
Yeah.
Look,
Okay.
Yeah.
it absolutely has everything to do with the way God wired us,
Right.
right? We are men are naturally hunters, right? We're very competitive.
Mhm.
We don't like to lose,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't like to admit when we're wrong, right?
Okay.
And so sometimes,
Well,
when we're-
admitting you wrong is to admit that you lost. So it goes back to what you just said.
So here's the thing. Look, I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere. So sometimes when we're asking God to work on us, to help us grow, to teach us. He put us in opportunities to actually admit when we're wrong, actually take that pride coat off and set it to the side, because we're trying to grow. And a lot of time we find ourselves when we make a situation and then that voice say, you know, you was wrong, man. You need to go make that right.
Yeah.
And then you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Am I going to get out of pride or am I going to continue to grow in the man I'm trying to be?
Okay, that's good.
And that's something that every man deals with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's
naturally
JB.
in us.
Well, JB, what you got to elaborate on that a little bit for us? What Doc was just saying there.
Well, I think it's right. We have that belief that our value is based on our perfection. And it's a ridiculous notion because we don't apply that to other people. Like when I see Brother Carter make a mistake, I don't think any less of him as a man. I respect him for being able to own that. I'm like, man, that guy's doing better than I am. Like we appreciate vulnerability in other people, but we have this expectation of perfection in ourselves, and we think that our value is based on that. And it's
Come
not.
on now.
And I think we have to get past that and be conscious that it's okay for us to make a mistake. It doesn't make us any less of a man.
That's it. It's okay. I'm still a man. I can still take a chair and throw it through the window.
Hey, but
it's okay for me to say, hey, I blew it.
Right.
I made a mistake. I saw a football game the other day, and they gave the ball to a running back, and the guy came and tackled the running back, but the lineman went on national TV and hit himself.
That's my fault.
That's my fault.
I saw that guy.
He said it just touched me to realize he don't have the ball. He said I could have blocked better. He said it's my fault, and I think that's what we need to do. Just start admitting I'm still a man because I can admit that I'm wrong.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
And that's a critical part of our being. That it's okay to say my bad sometimes.
Yeah.
We can say that easy. That's my bad.
Yeah.
But to say I'm sorry, oh man.
I think the biggest problem that I struggle with sometimes is it's one thing to say, oh, I'm sorry, but and say it and really mean it. It's another thing to do it and be condescending, or just to do it to move on.
Yeah.
When you say you sorry, you need to be able to articulate, hey,
What are you sorry?
What are you sorry for? Oh, wow, when I did this is how I didn't realize it. This is how I made you feel. And I think that's what was so impactful this morning when you did
so
that.
let me do something different today on today's show.
What you gonna do?
I want you to ask a question to the men, and then we're gonna go around.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna ask this question. Why is it so difficult for men when you know that you're done in a relationship? Because the ladies out here want to hear.
Okay.
They want to.
Why did you ask the question again?
Let me get it out.
Doc, I want you to listen because I'm going to you first.
Right. Why is it so difficult for men when you're done with a relationship? Why do you still string that woman on? Why is it so difficult for you to say it's just not working out for me?
So, man, listen, I'm gonna just be real, open and honest, transparent, right?
That's what we do.
That's
what we do here, man. So, from a man's point of view, and I'm talking about a worldly man now, a man that ain't found Jesus and stuff like that, but just the way most men think, this is the way we think.
Okay, well, come on, give it to us. Don't stall.
The Bible says that a man don't do good alone, right? And so we've taken this and we got some. So we it's almost like we trying to figure out what we want, what we need, right? And so we might have this person that give us these qualities, right? But they don't give us the rest of the stuff. And so we're still in search without them even knowing we're still in search.
That's all bull crap. But okay, that's what y'all do. That's your answer.
No, listen.
Okay, that's your answer.
Listen, man.
That's just one perspective.
Okay.
That's one perspective.
Okay, all right.
That is one perspective.
I'm speaking from my perspective, man.
Okay.
The pastor
and my homeboy say women doing more than me.
Okay, but we ain't
gonna do that right now.
We ain't fit to do that. You can't talk about we ain't no you gotta get on the love and victory and then we'll give
You
some
gotta
time.
leave with that. That's old school. You talking to? She been living a long time. She just won't.
Okay, Pastor,
So,
come on.
the question go to you, Pastor, if you will.
What's
the question again?
The question is, why
Is it
difficult for men when you know that you're over the relationship
to separate?
to say, you know what, it's just not working for me. I'm going to move on.
Part of it because I spiritually emotional bond to a certain extent, because the Bible tells you when we go into the relationship and we go intimate with people, we become one. And that's a spiritual bond. We call it soul tie if you're looking for that. So on one part of it, we want to get out of it, but some keep pulling us back. So we're not being truthful with ourselves. We don't break the soul tie. So we keep pulling ourselves back into it, even when we want to get out. Sometimes it's like that with women too. If we look at it,
but I didn't ask you about the women. I'm a cancer. I just want to know about the men.
Yeah,
okay,
we're just doing the male perspective right now.
To me, it's a spiritual
Yeah.
connection
Okay.
because of what the scripture
So, because they got
say,
so
because you got tied up with that person for what the Bible said. You become one. In 1 minute, you want to let it go, and you go back. It's something spiritually keep pulling you back.
I'm gonna give another perspective on this before JBL jump in here. I think it goes back to what Doc was saying earlier. You know, we hate to lose, and that's kind of like a loss. If I let that go, and somebody else can have
Because look,
what I had already. You know, and that would mean that I lost something. So it's hard to separate.
Ego? Is
your
your
ego?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
I just put that out there because I know JBL gonna just open up just what I just said. JBL gonna fix it.
I said it first.
Yeah, JBL.
Come on, JB, what you got to say on that? I want to know.
Yeah.
And then I want the audience that are listening in. I want you, if there's any men out there, please tell us why
We're gonna come to you, baby.
No, I want the men to tell us too.
But anyway, let's let JBL jump in here on my comments there. On my comments.
I said it first.
Well, I was in a one-night stand that lasted 11 years. And I did not get out of that relationship for years and years and years after I should have. But I will tell you, 25-year-old Justin was not willing to give up some occasional sex and somebody that's willing to cook and do his laundry until he finds someone else who's already going to be ready to lined up. Because the in-between time, I would have to do all that for myself and be celibate. And I was too insecure to let go of that. And that was the truth for me. I stayed in it because it was safe. It was a known quantity. And because I didn't know that I could move on from that on my own.
And if I can I appreciate you saying that, because I know that there are some women, and the reason I raised that question, because there are some women out here that are listening, and that's why I want the men to be honest. There are some women feeling like that they're in a relationship that they're going to work, but they don't realize that the guy is already checked out.
He's gone.
And but you're just a convenience until he get to make his next move. So you'll know. Am I right about that? You're just a convenience because he needed his laundry done. It took him 11 years.
And these are just perspectives.
No, that was his reality.
No. That's his. But I'm just saying that's not the safe for every relationship. That's what I'm saying. That's his perspective. That's my perspective. And
Well, we got some comments. Come on over here.
Yes, so we have 2 comments from YouTube. The first one is from Donald James.
What's up, Don?
What's up, Don?
Donald said, I think mans are more attached in a relationship, to be honest, a real non-toxic relationship. So he thinks that men are actually more attached if the relationship is healthy.
Oh.
So that's his
we can talk about that. I want to know what Pastor mean about that. Pastor James, what you mean about that? Men are more attached to a relationship.
You're gonna have to put a little more. You're gonna have to put a little something on that.
I think that kind of plays into what Justin was talking about. I think men
It's
might
convenient.
be more attached because not that. I think
just say it, Abigail. You don't have to clean it up. Just
women bring a lot to a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like women in society are just generally seen as more desirable than men, just generally, right? In a romantic and in a sexual sense. So I think men become more attached because not only is the woman giving him sexual pleasure, but it's also, like Justin said, she's taking care of the home. And nowadays women are also working and doing all those things. So not only is she paying half my bills, but she is you know, she's taking care of my home, she's
Yeah.
taking care of my kids, and you know, she gives me what I want at night in bed or
Mhm.
whatever. So I think that
So,
again, that's not the standard for
Right,
everyone.
right. And here's another way of looking at this. That I'm okay with my insecuritiness with this one person. And for me to let that go, I have to expose my insecuritiness to someone else.
Especially
And-
because you guys aren't as emotional. So
Right.
the women have that more emotional attachment, and that's why you stick around because I love him, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
And he gonna change.
And he's gonna change. But
Yeah.
like the men, I don't even think it's always love by itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think those other factors play a role as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. There's a lot of things that take
What about
place
the
in that.
macho role? He just wanted more than one.
Conquer. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. See, this is
I'm
where
just
I want
trying.
to.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's
to
another
That's where I want you to
perspective,
go.
keep
Yeah.
the pastor head
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Maybe he just want more than one, and
Yeah.
he just find out this is what
Yeah.
he like to do.
I
Yeah.
like
And
that, Pastor.
He don't want nobody else to touch this one, so he keep this one in check.
Check.
Right.
And go and
But-
go
but
and
see,
go.
I
You
just
can't
love
go
that.
no
Thank
more.
you, Pastor, for being real.
That's the other
Yeah,
side
but you
of the
gotta
table.
understand. Honestly, real talk.
Mhm.
She do a certain thing that I like, and this one do a whole nother
Yeah.
thing that I like.
And so I like to keep
Yeah.
them both around.
And I like to keep
Yeah.
them both because I got access to both
Yeah.
of them whenever I want it. how I want
thank
it.
you,
Because
Pastor.
one,
I
because
like, he
one,
like to keep all of them around. It
Yeah.
may be more than one or two. Could be three, could be four.
Yeah.
He just learned how to adjust all of them.
right.
If
It
I
could
could
be
be-
5.
He
If I
tried
could-
5,
Yeah.
but he had to
If
drop
I
down to
could
3
be,
because
if
he
I
got
could
tired.
be honest with you, Pastor, I appreciate that more than anything because coming from a pastor,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
on the Love and Victory show, we are going to bring you some. We're going to give you some spiritual food.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give you some food of real life, and we're
Mhm.
going to help you through. To hear a pastor
Yeah.
be very real and authentic like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's real because that's why we have so many people running from the church house
Mhm.
because we're painting this picture that you have to be perfect.
Yeah.
And
No,
the
no.
pastors are standing from the pulpit, not all of them, some
Yeah.
of them are painting a picture of
Yeah, they just
Being
trying
perfect.
to. They're trying
I
to do their
love the
best.
fact that
They're
you
trying to do
said
their best. Yeah.
you answered the question honestly.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
appreciate that.
I think everybody answered
No, I did.
honestly, but
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
everybody, but I'm
No,
saying
just coming
specifically
from a
from
place
pastors.
Yeah.
where he's
Yes,
coming
where
from,
he's coming
and
from.
to be able to
Yeah.
speak on that,
Yeah.
a lot of people gonna be judged and saying, "He a pastor."
Why
How
would he
know
say that?
Oh, he
Exactly.
must be talking from experience.
Well,
He
you
was-
know,
He's a man. He's
But,
a man
but see,
first.
this is what shows you that a God can do anything in a man's life that makes itself available.
Come
to
on
him.
now.
And guess what? He gonna take the foolish of this world to confound the wise.
Mhm.
Ain't that what we doing, baby?
Come on in. Abigail had something
Yes,
for us.
we had another comment from Ashley Hunt. She says,
hey, Ash.
Hey, Ashley.
Ashley.
women do the same thing, stay with one until they find what they want.
Whoa!
Well,
Thank you for being honest.
Ashley, you're so true.
Mhm.
That is a true statement. And I wasn't knocking that that we don't have the same
I think
issues.
it's
Mhm.
different. Comes from a different.
It comes,
place.
but
Yeah.
it just comes from a different place. And what I was really trying to do is I'm really trying for the men on the men's
Mhm.
show. I want the men to be transparent for the women so that we can learn from it.
Right.
And then of course, because 3 other shows a month, it's ladies talking.
Right.
So I really
And so, and to piggyback on what you're saying,
Mhm.
we got to look back to how we were raised.
Yeah.
You know, the girls were raised to grow up, find your husband, marry him, have your children, bear children with him, and live a happy, everlasting life.
Mhm.
As men, we were taught to conquer as many as you can. Don't settle for one girl right now.
Go
Find
You know,
what
as
like.
young men, yeah, you
Find
just
go in the pool.
you just keep on going to, and that's what we taught,
Mhm.
and we have to get to we have to unlearn or untrain, should I say,
The foolishness.
the way we were taught to do things,
Mhm.
and start being an individual, should I say, accepting the fact that you don't have to do what you've been taught as a
Yeah.
young lad in life.
Mhm.
You don't have to do what daddy was doing, because that's all you saw.
Mhm.
And so you have to accept it at some point in your life
Grow
to
up.
be your own individual,
Yeah.
and do your own thing.
Okay, well, it's
What we
time.
got going
It's
on?
shout outs. It's time for this show is moving fast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break just to go over some updates for the past couple weeks, actually, because we didn't have a new show last week. And then we'll come back with some questions. So while we go over these shout outs, guys, if you guys can leave your questions down in the comments, because we're going to do a Q&A segment when we come back.
Okay.
All right.
So the first shout out that I have is I want to go over some of our nonprofit stuff.
Okay.
And we'll leave that for the last. I know what you're thinking. We'll leave that for last. So of course, we have our nonprofit. We had our bowling and brunch event, which is tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, we have our bowling and brunch event tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, and we are officially sold out. Yes. I'm super duper excited. We're definitely gonna be posting on social media, on the L&V social media page, what's going on during the event and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for your support for this event. Of course, this event is to support the toy drive. So if you weren't able to purchase a ticket for the bowling and brunch event, but you can also make a contribution to our toy drive. We got a bunch more toys in this past week.
Oh my
We
God.
are really we're running out of space here. I had to tell Miss Carter, you got to take some of this to your house. Like, we don't have space.
We don't
here.
have space at the house.
Oh my God, our garage is full. We literally, I'm blown away.
That's good, but we still need more donations
Yes,
because the
always
more
coming
we
in.
get, the more we can help. It don't matter because we full. We still need more.
We need
Thank
more.
you for that,
There you
Doc.
go.
We
There
always
you
have
go.
space
because
for
people,
more.
Thank you for that. They say y'all don't need no more.
People
Huh?
will sit back and say, "Oh, they got all that."
No.
No, we still need more. Because
Keep
guess
on
what?
coming.
Hey, man,
It's
listen.
a need out
We
there.
really
A
want to
big one.
We really want to make an impact on these kids over at the DePelchin Center. Just because it's one thing to be blessed for Christmas, and if you have those blessings, please give them out to other people
Yes.
who may not be quite as fortunate as you.
And there is no, and I want to always say this here. We're not asking for you to, there's no amount that's too small or too large.
All right.
Wherever you're at in life, whatever you have, if you have $5, if you have $2, if you have $3, whatever you have to give is going to be a blessing, and the blessing is coming back to you.
Yeah.
Can I say something on that real quick? 30 seconds. Hey, listen, the Bible says give and it'll be given back, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Men gonna give into your bosom. Sometimes we be in certain situations and we feel like if we give this, we sacrifice it, not realizing when you give that, you actually sowing a seed, right? Because God said, when I can send a blessing through you, I'm gonna send a blessing to you. And a lot of time we got our hand closed and wonder why we not getting nothing because we ain't letting nothing go.
Well
And if I ain't
said,
letting
Doc.
nothing go,
Well
if
said.
I ain't letting nothing go, how can something come in?
We
Come
got to
on
keep
now.
it. Say that thing. Now come on with that next. We got another one.
Okay, so you
Boy,
guys
say let's go.
you guys can make donations at lverinc.com.
Yes, ma'am.
We're also going to put that QR code back up. Yes, you can scan there. Or if you want to come bring a toy, stop by at 616 FM 1960 West, Suite 101. That's in Houston, Texas, 77090. We're here Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 5. So you guys can bring toys down at that time. We're accepting donations up until December 12th.
Yeah.
And also I want to put this plug in if I could, Abigail, that address to the bowling alley. If you put that back.
No.
They got it.
They
have
already
tickets,
got
they
the ones that got the tickets already got it.
No. I'm just talking about the people that just happen to be riding through
And want to
North
drop off
Houston
toys.
and want to stop by.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You see, you gotta let the sentence.
Go ahead,
Finish,
baby.
you
Go ahead,
understand?
baby. You show right.
I don't think our post up there has the address on there, but it's at Delmar Lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delmar Lane.
Yeah, if you just cruising the city and you happen to be on the northwest side and you have some toys in your car, stop by the bowling alley
I
between
love
2
that.
and 4 and you can drop your toys off right
You
there.
know what, Brother Carter? You cold with that. I love that. Like, I didn't even think about that. That's why a woman needs
Yes.
people need to just sit back and let people finish their sentence. There you
And
go.
we're gonna
I can hold my crap.
JBL, she accepted her crap.
I accepted it.
Happening in real time.
We're gonna play a quick video that just is a thank you to the donations we've gotten so far for the toy drive, but also to encourage more donations.
Yes.
All right.
Silent night, I only have one wish for the shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the streets, Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? A waterfall this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all.
We back.
The greatest gift of all. We missed the last word there. son.
Okay, the greatest gift. Oh, we got one more.
Yes. So, as you guys know, we mentioned it earlier in the show, but the LV with Val YouTube page has officially hit, actually, as of right now, 11,000 subscribers.
Whoa! Let's go, baby.
We got something
That's
for
during
you.
today's show.
Yeah, doing today's show.
Hey, 15 gonna be here by next week, man.
Come on here.
Yes,
That's
we're
what
going
we.
to play a quick video for you guys.
There you go.
10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers.
10K subscribers.
10,000 subscribers.
10,000 subscribers.
10K subscribers.
10K subscribers on YouTube.
10,000 subscribers.
10K subscribers.
10,000 subscribers.
10K subscribers.
10,000 YouTube subscribers. Let's go.
You've impacted 10,000 lives.
We couldn't have done it without your support. Thank you so much.
Every Saturday you learn something, you pray. These conversations cannot be more genuine on the show.
Because everyone who listens walks away with something that will change their life and the lives of those around them. And the ripple effects from that just keep going. And I am really, really honored to be a part of that.
I will continue to be a #1 fan for this platform.
My experience was very comforting, and I'm proud of you. You know, you're coming so far and you're doing great.
Every time I come in, it's exciting, amazing topics. We laugh, we learn, we grow.
I love you and thank you guys for everything that you do for the community.
You have to understand how hard it is to hit 10K subscribers in this world. We love our audience. Thank you so much.
And I totally knew that we could do it by the end of the year. I'm so super excited for what this next year has to come. This has been such a long journey, and I'm so excited to be a part of it every step of the way.
None of this would have been possible without you, and I'm so grateful and thankful to have been a part of this journey with your host Val and Brother Carter.
Congrats to Val. Congrats to Brother Carter.
And thank you guys for being faithful members of the Carter crew. We love you so, so, so much.
Thank you to our Carter crew and to everyone out there for making this possible.
Val, Brother Carter, keep doing what you're doing. You're changing the world.
So let's go from 10,000 to 10 million. How about that?
So thank you guys and I love you very much. Let's go!
Hey, good morning, Carter crew. This is Brother Carter with the Love and Victory Show. And have Val coming up here pretty soon, the host of the show. Ah, there she is. Hey! Yeah, we want to take this opportunity to thank you guys. We have reached 10,000 of you subscribers. Yes,
10,000, Lord.
Imagine that, Valerie.
10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that was our goal for the end of the year. Now that goal post has moved. We're going to move that to 15,000.
Brother Carter, you
Yeah.
said 15,000?
15,000.
We got 30 days left.
Yes, ma'am. And so 15,000 is the goal. The goal post has moved from the 10,000 to the end of the year to now 15,000 because you guys have already made the 10,000 mark in November.
Okay.
And so we have another month left in this year. And so our goal is to get us up to the 15,000 mark, and we know we can do it with you. So
All righty. And check us out every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
8 to 10. Yes, ma'am. We'll see you then. God bless you, and we love you.
We love you. Bye.
Oh my God. When we saw this video, I just have to make it real quick. I had Abigail, we were on vacation. She just kept, can you please send a quick video? Girl, I'm on vacation. I got a drink in my, can you send a video? So we got back home and she said, I need that video. And we had no idea that she had put this together. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank everybody. We started crying. I started crying when I saw the video. That's amazing.
I almost welled up just now looking at it.
Oh, wow. That was amazing.
And shout out to you, Abigail, man. Like you do a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes that people don't see.
Yes.
But you are the intricate part that actually put A and B together to make it go, man. So shout out to you, Anna. And you, Anna, because you over there, you working hard too. So we can't forget about Anna, man.
All right.
We can't forget Aaron back there.
Aaron too. Come on, go.
All right. So we have one more quick shout out for you guys. So you might have noticed Doc over here. He's a very excited,
Yes.
outgoing, well-spoken person, and we are going to actually start his own show here on the LV with Val radio station.
Yes.
Gonna launch him.
Yes.
There you go.
So we only have a couple minutes, Doc. Do you want to quickly
Make it real
tell 'em
quick.
a little bit about?
Yeah, no, it's just it's a show about a man that dreamed and believed in himself and believed in everything that the Creator has placed inside of him, and he's asking all of you to go on a journey with him, so you can dream and believe again that you can do anything you put your mind to. You just got to be willing to put in the work. That's it.
Wow.
That's right, and it's going to air on Tuesdays from
Motivational.
11
That's it, man. Let's go.
It's going to air on Tuesdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard
Right.
Time.
Congratulations,
And
Doc.
the way you
Congratulations.
tune in is
Awesome.
by downloading the LV with Val app or going on lvwithval.com and to listen live.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So please check it out. If you haven't downloaded the app, please do so. Make sure you download the app so you can stay
Update your app.
Update. And there's been an update, so you can catch everything on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Yes. And now it's time for the Q&A questions.
Let's go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
It's a stall. What's going on? Come on now. You wasn't ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay then. All right
Okay,
then.
so the first question is from Piers Reese on YouTube says, do you think God made everyone responsible for something?
Absolutely.
that?
Wow, you can.
Yes, he absolutely did. When the Creator created all of us, he gave every person a gift and a talent, right? Because he knew all the needs that was going to be on the earth, in hopes that once we get to a place and age of maturity, that we will reach deep down inside of us and find that gift, cultivate it, master it, then go and find a need in the earth that needs our gift. And the reason we see so many needs in the world is because so many people are sitting on their gift.
Ooh.
Every man and woman's created with a purpose because God knew the ecosystem that he was going to be here, and he cannot physically come here and do the things that he need to do. So he
That's
needs
why he
human
planted us.
participation.
Ooh.
He needs human participation.
Okay, all right then. Now you know what? That's a period after that. Okay, I'm sorry. Next, anybody else? That was Oh,
Pastor, you got anything? on that?
That's very good. I always go to the beginning. God, when he created man, he put him in the garden and told him to go and till the land. And he had a purpose. Then he created a woman. He said, not good for man to be alone. She had a purpose. And you read through the Bible, everybody had a purpose. It's just that it's a time and when you get that awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Moses, it took him 40 to 80 years to get a awakening.
Mm-hmm.
David was in the field and got anointed, and then he had to wait
Mm-hmm.
to become king. You know, so it's just the timing and waiting on God. But everyone does and do have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta wait until that moment come to awaken us.
Yeah.
wow.
Somebody could
Yeah.
come and tell you, hey, this is your person, or you can watch, see what somebody doing in here and say, hey, I have a purpose.
Yeah.
But all of us have a purpose. We
All
just
of
gotta
us
wait.
have a
comes
talent
away.
and a gift.
That's right.
And are a gift.
Mhm.
Some of us have a talent, some of us have a gift. And they are different.
This is the odd thing about this is always something trying to come on you to keep that gift from being exposed to
wow.
everybody.
And that's why it
Wow.
takes time.
That's
so
why it
you
take
have
time.
to cultivate
Yes.
that talent or that gift.
That's why
That's
it's always something
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
That's
JBL, what you got on that, sir?
Man, you guys wrote the book on that. I can't follow up with nothing.
You got oh wow.
We have another question.
Yes, we have two more questions. So
Okay.
this one is from Griff Jawad on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He says, have you guys ever tried to avoid any situation for responsibility where you think it was your fault?
JBL, it's on you. Turn it on there, JBL.
Oh, me. Sorry, I missed that.
Say it again.
Oh, man, no, I have avoided responsibility for all kinds of stuff for a
Mhm.
large chunk of my life. You know, I think that it's, when you're insecure, you can't take that risk of people thinking that you're wrong, like we were talking about earlier. And
Mhm.
and I'm trying to think of a specific situation, but I know that there's thousands and thousands of them.
Right.
Even whether it was at work or in my relationship. When I would get drunk and try to hit on my friend's girlfriend and right in front of mine, and then the next day I would blame it on the booze when it's really my insecurities driving all that.
Yes. Yes.
It's me trying to trying to tell myself that I'm good enough and get
Mhm.
confirmation from somebody else because she wants me. That means that I've got something of value, right?
Wow.
But like it's every aspect of my life until I developed some self-awareness and tried to change and grow into something better. I was just running on instinct. And when that's happening, your default is always going to be to avoid responsibility.
My. I like that.
Yeah.
We have another question.
Did you want anybody else to answer that one? Or okay, cool. So the next question, this is the last question from Yolanda on Facebook. She says, "It's for the boys in the house. Have you guys ever had a one-sided crush that you still couldn't express to that person?"
Wow.
Say that again.
Have you guys ever had a one-sided crush that you still could not express to that person?
Yolanda,
A one-sided crush.
that's a good question for the men. And are y'all gonna be honest?
That's a question that gets somebody in trouble that's married.
Well, I need the men to be honest. We're gonna answer your question.
That gets somebody in trouble that's married.
Put the question back up there.
Of course, you want to see that.
Put the question back up there.
So,
Yolanda
is
took
there
the time.
another question?
No.
Preacher answer.
We're gonna let the preacher
Let the
answer.
preacher answer that.
Okay, answer the question. There you go.
Long time ago, when I was about 10 years old.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
That's when that happened.
That's when it happened.
Yeah, when I was 10 years old. He was too shy. He didn't know how to go and approach people.
Right.
But after we got older and mature,
That's good.
we know how to
I
go
like that.
and approach people. So after that, we didn't have that problem. That's why I'm who I'm with, and that's why who Brother Carter was with, because we didn't have that problem after we got older.
Yeah.
So we went.
Yeah. You saved the day, my brother.
10 years old.
Yeah.
You see, hey ladies, y'all see this bull crap?
No, that was serious. That was that crush that you couldn't express it.
Ladies,
Yeah.
In elementary.
I'm gonna tell you about
elementary. You remember?
I'm gonna tell you about that crush you're talking about, because we didn't know how to express it. This is what I did with the crush I had. I rode my bike and I decided to ride with no hands. And I was looking at it and grinning, and I didn't see the car before me. and boom, I hit the car. It was one of the most embarrassing moments, but I got her attention.
I'm giving y'all a hard time, but I appreciate you guys for being so honest about that. But I do think that I would like to hear if you guys can bring it up from when you were in elementary school.
Now, let me ask it then.
There you go.
Now, because just being totally real and honest, man, like sometimes you have people that that you're in connection with, and say him and his homeboy like two girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like this one, but you like this one, but that one like you, and that one like me. So we just gonna take the one that like us, right? But whole time, that's the one I really like.
Oh,
you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's a real thing.
I appreciate you being honest.
No, for real.
But you got a crush on your boy girl, though.
Yeah, because at first we didn't know who liked who. And so you see it, you say, "Oh yeah, that's the one I want." But then you find out that one don't.
So now you gotta move your hand. You gotta get your hands off.
Now you gotta move the goalpost.
Hey, look,
now you gotta sit with your homeboy with your girl.
No, not necessarily. Because if the homegirl like me, I'ma just gonna take the homegirl, but still be thinking about the one I like.
Okay, I don't mean no.
I'm not approach that one,
Okay, wait. What was her name that asked the question? Yolanda, thank you for the question, because I needed to throw a bomb in here, and I think I just did that.
I think Doc made a good point.
Yeah.
I think people are scared of rejection, and so it's easier to go after someone you know already likes yours. Like
but in the back of your mind, you really thinking about her, because when you and your homeboy got with them too, it wasn't no definite who liked who. We just went to go meet, have some drinks, or eat, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And then we get back, hey, tell your homeboy that so-and-so. And I'm thinking, damn, that's the one I wanted.
Yeah.
Wait on that.
I was going to say, JBL can elaborate on that. That's a real deal.
Ping, hold on, before JB, ping this comment from YouTube, because we're going to come back to that. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, JB.
I think that it's important to acknowledge, at least for me, I'll talk for me. I am super married. All right. And I am not going to stray from that. But I still meet women that I have an instant connection with, and I develop that crush. And I think that probably most guys do in real life. That's just part of being a human being, having a human experience, right?
Mhm.
But the important thing is just to acknowledge it for what it is,
And
override the urge to act on it. Don't act on it, and just say, live in that moment. Like, I have these feelings for this person, and you know, in another universe, maybe that could have been something, and that's an exciting thing.
Yeah, there you
But don't take it any further. It never leaves the head. I never talked to that person.
Right.
Nothing ever happened.
Keep your ego in the
That's very important what you said there.
Too, man.
Yeah, it's okay to have that thought, but don't act on it.
Don't act on it.
Okay, if you could go
It
back,
could be catastrophic if you do.
go back to the question that I asked you to pin. The statement. Yes, go ahead. Can you read that for us?
Yes, it says that must be a love pentagon instead of a triangle.
I couldn't move. Okay, now it's time for. I love it.
Well, let's hey, for the sake of the time of the show, we have to wrap this show up. It's been wonderful. It's been candid. It's been expressive and honest, like the audience like it to be. So, but we have to close the show out right now. We will leave some final remarks, final words to our people and to our staff, and
whatever you
all
have
in
to
general. And so, Doc, since you're closest to me, I'm gonna let you start with your final remarks.
Man, my final remarks is, at the end of the day, man, please figure out who you are. Dig deep down inside of yourself and realize that the Creator has placed something great and unique inside of you to do a great work in this earth. And once you find that, your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men.
All right.
Wow. And he just have all that stuff just flow right from just flow right out of his head, his head, his heart, and out of his mouth. It just flow, man. He don't have to think about it or nothing. It just flows, man. Pastor, what you got out there for the people?
I love you guys, and it's a Love Victory show. Do all things in love. It's a new month. Start doing all things in love. This is the time of year where people can get depressed because they don't have loved ones. Go out there and show love. Go out there and express your love. And forgive people that done anything to you, but do all things in love. That's my final remark, and I love you guys.
That's good, Pastor. That's bad.
Love it.
JBL, what you have for the people?
I think for men, it's really important for us to look at the male part of every species of animal out there and realize that we have instincts just like everything else does, whether it's a horse or a cow or a dog. Like the intact male that hasn't been neutered is just bad. That's just, it's just bad. And we neuter them for a reason. And we don't do that with people because as people, we have the capacity to override those instincts and behave on a higher level. But if we're not aware that that's what's going on, that we need to override these instincts, then we'll never get there. So it's important to be self-aware, like Doc was saying. You got to know who you are and who you're trying to be and grow into that, and don't just exist. You got to be in the driver's seat.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Val, what you have for the people?
What? I'm the host, so I'm last.
Okay, you changing things up.
Always.
Yeah, you always have to change things. Abigail, you have anything for the final remarks for the people?
It's a men's episode.
You good?
Y'all got it.
Y'all
no, you good? You said
I think I just say be honest as men. Be honest with the women that you're within your life, and to all the women, yes, I've had a crush. I couldn't say I still have one, just because it was a very personal friend. But maybe I'll tell him.
He need to know.
He needs to just be honest.
He need to know. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, just open up and be honest.
Just don't tell him if you're in a relationship.
Yeah, there you go.
If he's in a relationship, stay out of their
Then that
relationship.
lady on Instagram is gonna come after you.
Yeah.
She
That's my man.
With her, I was like, I think that's more about the insecurity in her,
Yes.
versus the insecurity of her. man.
Yes.
That's what I wanted
sure.
to do. Yeah.
All right.
I do want to go ahead if you don't mind. Thank you, baby. I always have to be petty. But anyway, this show here,
I told you, let you be yourself.
that's why I love
I don't fight you.
I absolutely enjoyed this show. One of the things that there is not enough out here, we have a lot of things showing negative about men. But when you can get men to sit on a show for 2 hours and pour in, and then have men listen in and give feedback. We know that we're changing lives. We have ladies that are engaged. I'm so grateful to God for each of you, Carter crew. I'm grateful for these men that's on this platform this morning, because you guys make me proud. You guys make me feel like, hey, you listen to what God told you to do, and God is sending the people here. So I thank you guys so much. Thank you.
God.
All right. I just want to say, yes, God bless you all. Thank you all for tuning into the show. We love you. And just like Doc would say, let's go.
Every Saturday. And Abigail, can you tell them how they can find us? Where they can catch us?
Yes, you can catch us every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. You can download the LV with Val app for all things LV with Val, or check us out on lvwithval.com for all things LV with Val, or follow us on all social medias, LV with Val.
LV with Val.
That's right. But I'm sorry, and I had you do this before. I
know, because I never leave a show without dropping something profound.
I know,
to the people, and so
the Holy Spirit just gave you
4,000 followers more.
Wow.
Excuse me.
4,000 more followers.
4,000 more, huh?
We want 4,000 more.
Yeah.
We want 4,000.
4,000. Okay. Don't forget the 15,000 goal. Yeah. But it is Christmas time. Thanksgiving has passed us already, and it's already Christmas, and we're trying to do things decent and in order for people that are less fortunate, should I say, than ourselves. And many of us are very blessed out here. So I just want to say to the ones that are very blessed out there, to do something outside of yourself. Do something for someone other than yourself for a moment. I mean, Christmas only comes once a year. And, we have all year to be selfish. But this one particular time, let's just do something outside of yourself. For those of you that are blessed abundantly out there, for those of you that are not as blessed, I want to talk to you about be careful of your mental state out there. Those of you that are kind of lonely or whatever out there and don't have anyone in your life, we just want you to just know that you're not alone. You're not alone out there. And there is someone out there that you can talk to. So please take yourself out of yourself, get out of your own self, get out of your own self way, open up yourself so you can be available to receive anything that's good that's coming your way.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to put on that.
And I do want to say this because I said it earlier. Doc, I want to give you your kudos, your shout out on this air on this platform. This young man has been in prison. How many times? 3 times. 3 times. I want y'all to see him 3 times. And talking about coming out and changing your life. This young man has his life. He's on a journey. He's so fired up, and it's not something. It's not something that's fake. That it's like a fire, and he's not. It's a lot for a lot of people, but I see the God, and I see what God has done in your life. I'm so proud of you. He has been, remember I said he's been to prison 3 times. And if anybody that's local here, and if you're not local, he's now, you want to go ahead and tell him what you're getting ready to do now?
So
come on and make it quick. Make it quick.
I was blessed to be able to start my own males mentorship group in one of the hardest behavioral schools in our area. Starting Monday, I get to actually go inside of the schools, right? Teach my own curriculum, and I get paid pretty good for it, man. I'm getting to live out one of my dreams.
3 times in prison. And he's not just going to any school. In this area, back in the day when I was coming up, Texas City was one of the most racist. I'm just going to call it out. One of the most racist areas. But I want y'all to look at this young black male that has taken control of his life. He's allowed God to come in. He's taking control of his life, and he's changing lives himself. So let's give him all a round of applause as we go out. Thank you, guys.
That is a blessing.
We love you guys.
You talk about the fire in him. I'm gonna gonna rename you. Your name is Jeremiah Jr.
There you go.
It's like fire shut up in the bones.
Yes. And
So Jeremiah Jr., keep up the good work that you're doing,
work.
man. You know.
And can I just say something, man? First and foremost, man, thank you, Aunt Val, Uncle Carter, especially you, Uncle Carter, for jumping in on one of my lives one morning and saying, hey, man, we need to get you over here because without that one phone call, none of this happens.
Right.
So I just want to tell y'all, thank you for trusting me to be on your platform and to speak to your people. You got to have a trust in certain people to actually let them go and be presented in front of an audience that you built. This is your audience. That you're getting to let me come and speak life into.
Well, I thank God for that. We just follow the direction of God, and
so I just
we will
thank y'all,
continue to do
man.
that.
God bless
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
So I know we ran over a little bit, but I had to shout that out. We love you and thank you, and see y'all next week. Bye.